Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
White down. 180.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Hey, Raider 2. Express.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 40. Mike 40.
Let him know.
Carnell on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 734.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Go.
Hey, Orbit.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
3rd and 3.
Down. 185.
59.
Express.
I got him.
Check safety. Check.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Monday, down. 180.
Watch the screen.
280.
On first down, Carr. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a gain of 16, first down, Falcons. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 right at the 40.
Out.
Purdue.
Check 3. Back.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And some room to Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. 40 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Ravens take over.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch twins. Watch. Echo.
Check. Go.
Mike, 53.
Same on. Mike, in the ball.
And again, this time to the tailback.
Rush in.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
3 down. Odd.
On second down, Harding. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 53's the mic.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
93.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
OP.
Watch the twins. Check.
White Monday down.
6 guys.
Joe Jumbo. What's up?
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Express.
Hey, Mike 40. Let's go, D.
Hey, alert 3.
Heavy. What's up?
Running right, this is Freeman. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Mike 40.
Deuce right, Chief.
He's coming.
Greystone, travel.
Mike's 40.
Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
the ball's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
White.
Right 9.
Check. Hey, wahoo!
59 Mike. Check.
Throwing again. Carr. Down there, it's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Mike's 59. Mike.
Throwing on first down. It's Carr. This one caught by Ridley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. 180.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
5 down. Stand up in.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
That's a ready run.
Under 10. 10.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will find his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons push further out in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next the score, Falcons 14, Ravens 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. He spins free. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
4 down. Watch 23.
Check 9.
Hey, switch gears.
They go play action now. Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
What now?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Carry for Allen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
Raider 9. Express.
Mike's 59. Rip right. Mike, check. 59. I'm coming, baby.
Raider 1.
Woo! Mike's.
Hey, zoom.
Switch up.
That's up.
Now Carr.
Check.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Deion Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here. Just try to get some space.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish their stride and put this ball in the end zone.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check. Fresno.
It's a give to Freeman running right.
Oh, yeah!
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They don't want it. Keep playing on.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Tighten up.
49, check 49.
Move that down. 808. Hey, Alpha.
Pick the edge. Go. Check three.
White Monday down. 694. Spuds.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Express.
40's the mark. Hey.
Throwing now is Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's go, D, let's go.
You're mine.
Hey, let's get this. Shit. Check your hot read.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Monday, down. Wide 80.
Screen. Watch the screen. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
Easy. Kill.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
You ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
29.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, seam 6.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
I'm coming after you.
You're mine.
I'm coming after you. Show me.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Ravens 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check. Crunch. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harden. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Come on, set. Hey, no.
Mike's by 4. 1, 2, 3. Deep.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Right there. 54. Right there.
On 3rd down, Harding. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
To get a little more cushion. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey,
Low.
check 24.
Find down.
Sponge.
Express.
Check 50. Check 50.
What's this?
Here's Coleman. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
93. Bravo.
Watch the run. 59's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's caught. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Hooked off by Tavon Young. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's it, baby.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now 4th down.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to pull it to make a play in the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Down. 185.
59.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check 37, check 37.
Mike, check. 59.
618.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike's 5'9".
Watch the run. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 1st and 10, Carr flush to his right, airing it out, looking into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
That's a pick. Going the
Okay,
other
it's
way.
real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On the double. Mike 35.
Here we go.
Wide screen. 218. Shot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens Ravens, touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 44 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check. Tight dog. Check.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I know he ain't got it. Check 25. 66. Pull it. Pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harden. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
4 down. Check.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Everyone, you got 4 down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey.
They'll try the left side. Harding. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Switch. Big edge.
Well, Jumbo.
You got tape.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Accelerating, and off he goes. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed this stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Carr going to look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, foxtrot.
Mike's 5'9".
Hey, 734.
You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Now Carr. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
180.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike.
Later one.
Here it comes.
Switch.
Purdue.
Out.
Carr now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Baltimore.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Mike 35.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Atlanta, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next